Ah, now that's a good question. On the alchemical front, I believe I have great knowledge on most of the ingredients one may find in Skyrim. Of course, I'm certain there are things that books and travelers have not taken into account. However, there is one that they have, but that is very elusive. The Frostlily. From what I understand, it thrives in the cold. If anything, it lives off it, nurturing itself, if that's even possible. However, it is exceedingly rare. I've never held a specimen myself. It is supposedly tucked away in the most hostile and inaccessible parts of Skyrim. You'd sooner die to the elements than find one. Practically legendary, though there are enough accounts of them that I feel comfortable they exist. Those accounts are old, however. It is certainly possible the entire plant has gone extinct. A real tragedy if so. That makes two of us. What sort of properties could such a wonder hold? Best not get our hopes too high. I'm not exactly rearing to get into waist-high snow and some frigid mountain. Would you look at that? A genuine Frostlily. One can now understand exactly why many did not make it back from an attempt to retrieve a sample. If the environment doesn't get you, the flower itself will. Let's see. I intend to identify it. However, I'm slightly worried it would be rather hostile, even after being plucked. Just holding this thing, it feels like it's about ready to burst with magical energy, spewing forth a torrent of frost, I'd wager. At this point, I'd usually move on to identifying its properties using my spit. I feel rather hesitant. I'll just pluck off a piece of the stem and we'll see what I can find out. Perhaps the worst brain freeze I've ever had. That was to be expected. I'd be careful if I were you. Don't down a whole sample all at once. It was enlightening, however. I feel I have a very solid idea of exactly what properties it has, if you'd like me to share that with you. One of the two primary properties is an extreme weakness to frost. That is, it makes one extremely vulnerable to the cold. Interestingly, the second and more useful property is that one can turn this on its head. You would be able to create a very powerful resist frost potion with this. The two remaining properties are magica restoration and paralysis. Not as potent as the other two properties I mentioned, but it is above average, I can assure you. I suppose I make a request. I regard you quite highly when it comes to your alchemical prowess. As an expert, you will of course understand that only I will be able to bring out the true potential of this flower. I therefore request that you allow me to keep it for myself. I appreciate that greatly. If you do happen upon more frost lilies, I'd of course graciously accept additional samples. This all does make me wonder, will this flower regrow? Its defenses are extraordinary. The conditions for it to grow are seemingly quite demanding, and there appears to be very few of them. We'd best make use of it wisely. If plucking its flowers kills the plant, then we should only take as much as we need. Who knows how long these flowers take to mature and reproduce? We should stay on the lookout. Surely there are bound to be more out there.